What's up guys, this is Astranox, showcase of Flan after the buff. She is amazing guys, she's better than Tywin. Her skill 3, she applies unhealable and defense break against the whole enemy team. Combat readiness pushed back by 15%. Soul burn gives her an extra turn. You can combo skill 3 into skill 2. Attack buff and critical hit damage buff for 2 turns for your target of a choosing. And you got combat readiness push between 30 and 40% depending on the skill ups. You got a strip, 75% chance on skill 1. You got attack percentage memory imprint for the team back and bottom position. Very nice to get that extra bit of damage for your cleave, single target burst or whatever it may be. And you got effectiveness for herself. Now her gear, you want as much speed as possible as well as effectiveness. Actually, you don't need that much speed. It's mostly about the effectiveness. The speed, you just want her to go before your damage dealer, right? And actually you want her to have more because she's got the combat readiness push on the skill number 2. But you need to make sure that the immunity is gone off of the enemy team. Now her own artifact, Unseen Observer, is actually really good. It pushes her combat readiness when she uses a non-attack skill. And she gives 10 souls only once. So great way to have that 10 souls for a hero that needs a soul burn for extra damage, like Bloodblade Karen that I will cleave with. I'm cleaving with BBK, cleaving with Vildred, Briarwitch Usaria, Tempest Siren. Like these heroes, I'll put them to the test. You know, I have my cleave set up, then I fit them in and we'll see what kind of damage they can do. But let me tell you guys, this hero enables some real crazy stuff. Like it's a total massacre. It feels good and I love it. So Sinful Angelica is there. I use her for anti-revive mechanism, so I can deal with Arbiter Vildred, but I only use her in one battle. So let's start it off here. I got my boy Rosette pushing the combat readiness. Then I got Benevolent Roman. Like I prefer him, right? Because he's got the strip, potential silence. But what I really like is that it's a mage, he's elemental neutral, and he has attack percentage memory imprint. So you can get even more damage off of your cleaver. Now Flan, skill 3 into the skill 2, pushing BBK. And now for the big damage, baby. Here we go. So good. It's so good. You just like clap them one shot, leave it all. Feels good. Now, Vildred. Let's put him to the test. This team has, evasion, Riolet, and there's Tempest Siren. We even have Senya in here, guys. Let's see how she performs versus Vildred. So we're setting this up nicely. There is immunity that got applied on Tempest Siren. And let's look at what happens here. Okay, the defense breaks here. So it landed on Senya and I have it on Maid Chloe, but I don't have it on Riolet. I don't have it on Tempest Siren because Tempest Siren has immunity. Moonlight Dreamblade triggers not only on Riolet but on Tempest Siren again, right? Like they're still alive, they're gonna do their thing and deals a lot of damage. And of course, another cool thing about Benevolent Roman is that he's baiting Dark, and I like that. Like he can go down after he does his job, and it buys me a bit more time to do my thing. So Vildred's great because he's targeting 2 heroes. Look at that. Like, boom, boom. Of course, again, the Moonlight Dreamblade, right? But let's say you have a cleaver that can only do like one big hit, then Vildred's gonna shine more. If you're able to down one, then you got that passive kicking in with the attack buff. It's very cool. Now, Briarwitch Usaria, let's put her to the test and see what kind of damage she can do compared to Bloodblade Karen and Vildred. And I'm running the same setup. Of course, the gear is not the same across all the heroes. I didn't take like my best gear and I moved it between heroes, right? Like BBK, she's got a rage set. Like she does crazy damage if the targets are debuffed, right? Vildred, he's got that speed scaling on top of the attack, so he's able to do some crazy stuff with speed buff especially. So here we go, Briarwitch Usaria. I'm soul burning every hero, right? And here comes the damage. It's very nice, but Ruel didn't have defense break on herself, and even with effectiveness like over 200%, it's still not enough. Like I mean, I need some like 250 plus, I feel like. So I need to work on boosting that effectiveness on Flan. I don't really care too much about the speed at that point. I feel like it's good enough. But if you need to take something out of this, is that your Flan should have as much effectiveness as possible. Of course, you know, like during my battles, there has been some resist. Like Remnant PYLOT actually resisted, you know, defense break. He resisted the combat unit's pushback. Like that stuff will happen all the time. It's 15% innate resist. It will just get you. But I mean, if you can at least, you know, like land it on a few heroes, and you use a hero like Vildred, right? Like as long as one goes down, then you got that passive kicking in, and it could be enough for the cleanup, right? Or at least take one more hero out. Now BBK is the same deal. As long as you down one, you got that extra turn, so you're able to do some pretty nice stuff. And she's got the sustain, so she's really good to clean up even if the arena damage is ticking over time. Now here I'm testing Tempest Siren, and she doesn't have that much attack, but all these heroes that I'm trying, they have under 300% crit damage. You cannot get more than 350% critical hit damage, guys. So big damage here. Arbiter Vildred, not an easy battle, right? Because there's Arbiter Vildred to deal with, and he could have gotten greater attack buff. And there's still Fairy Tale Tenebria to deal with. Now Tempest Siren, she's able to, you know, like cleanse, debuff, get the CR push, and it's really powerful, but it can only trigger once per turn. So as long as she doesn't take another hit, I'll be fine. Now she goes in stealth, but you know, like Arbiter Vildred, he could just, you know, hit one target, and then the second attack could target her, or he uses the skill 3 and she could get wiped out. So far I feel like Flan is definitely amazing, definitely better than Tywin. Her own artifact is great. You can use that on other rangers with non-attack skill. So I use that actually on Celeste, and it works well. That's a way to get 10 souls early on, and it's also a CR push when you use the non-attack skill, so I like that as well. And the cool thing is that no matter what, how many limit breaks you have, it will be 10 souls, so one copy at plus 15 is plenty. Now here I have Sinful Angelica, attack percentage, memory imprint is pretty beast. I got my speed buff on my Vildred, so that's great, so I can boost his damage even further. She's got the War Horn artifact from Guild Wars, so even more damage there, and she can actually cycle faster every time 3 enemy turn happens. Now Vildred with the Soul Burn, big damage incoming, and I don't even have Defense Break on Last Rider Craw and Fallen Cecilia, of course. So this stuff happens all the time, you just gotta deal with it. Just make sure that your team has a bit like a bulk for cleaning up. I even tried Vildred with BBK together. The battle was too long, so I didn't put it in here, but it does work, right? You could go with double cleavers. It's just you gotta have to have a primary one, right? Like what you could do is, I mean, the thing that is good with Vildred and BBK is that BBK can sort of like clean up, and she's got the sustain on the skill 1, so even if the rest of the team goes down, if she has maybe a bit of bulk, she could take quite a bit of damage and stay alive, so that's cool. Now here, I'm using top model Luluka to deal with Arbiter Vildred, because sometimes you cannot guarantee that the RB will go down. I don't have like the Unity Guild War artifact on BBK for her to, you know, deal with maybe Arbiter Vildred with Moonlight Dreamblade. Let's say he's on a degen build, he's fairly tanky on a counter set, you know, on Moonlight Dreamblade. At least I don't have to worry about that. It looks like I dealt enough damage that even if he had some bulk, he would have gone down. I really like that Benevolent Roman is able to remove barrier off of the enemy team, so I don't need to deal as much damage during my cleave. That's pretty nice. The silence can definitely come in real handy. And there's a lot of battles where I didn't actually use my souls. I could have soul burned Benevolent Roman on this one. I have plenty of souls left, and throughout my battles I didn't even use all of them. But man, BBK is crazy damage. Actually, top model Ruka allowed me to push my CR so they don't cut in. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this one, guys. I'm Astranox. Good luck with all you do. If you're looking for an emulator to play FX7 on the computer or other mobile games, the one that I use personally is in the description of the video. But that's it for this one. I'm Astranox. Good luck with all you do. Peace out for now.